What's trending this week in the Vatican? Join us right now as we bring you the inside story on the top 3 Vatican stories of the week. Pope Francis can now check off his first papal trip of 2024, and he didn't have to go too far. He traveled to the city of Canals for a quick day trip. His first stop, a women's prison. And the Pope's presence and words left many emotional.
Pope Francis landed in the square of the women's prison in Venice. The inmates greeted him with enthusiasm. About 80 women live in the facility. The Pope wanted to greet them one by one and then said a few brief words. Despite his clear difficulty breathing, the Pope appeared to be in good spirits.
Ho desiderato incontrarvi all'inizio della mia visita a Venezia per dirvi che avete un posto speciale nel mio cuore. Vorrei perciò che vivessimo questo momento non tanto come una visita ufficiale, no come una visita ufficiale, quanto come un incontro in cui per grazia di Dio ci doniamo a vicenda tempo, preghiera, vicinanza e affetto fraterno.
Pope Francis stressed that prison life is a harsh reality with problems like loneliness and violence, but he encouraged the prisoners not to lose hope.
Non chiudere la finestra, per favore, sempre guardare l'orizzonte, sempre guardare il futuro con la speranza. A me piace pensare alla speranza come un'ancora, sai? Che è ancorata nel futuro e noi abbiamo nelle mani la corda, no? E andiamo avanti quella cosa ancorata nel futuro.
The Pope invited those present to turn prison into a place of moral and material rebirth. He asked that the prison system, quote, offer detainees a space for growth that will enable them to have true social reintegration. At the end of the meeting, the Pope gifted an image of Mary to the prison. Some of the inmates gave him gifts of products made in the prison itself and dedicated a few words to him.
Vostra visita in questo luogo ci porterà a noi, ci porterà a noi molta benedizione, prosperità, pace, amore, liberazione per tutto il mondo. Le preghiamo a Dio che ci porti sua visita a noi, tanta forza nel nostro cuore. Vi auguro tanta salute per il bene che ci ha portato oggi. Le ringrazio di cuore, Papa Francesco.
The Pope wanted his first meeting in Venice to be with the prisoners. During Holy Week, Francis also visited another women's prison, one on the outskirts of Rome, where he imitated Jesus' gesture of washing the feet of his disciples.
Imagine everyone finding out you're 2 years younger than they thought. It may seem like a simple error, but for one cardinal, it means the difference between voting for the next pope or becoming ineligible. The Pontifical Yearbook for the year 2024 is full of surprises. In addition to the Pope's reinstatement of the title of Patriarch of the West, the date of a cardinal's birth has now been corrected. While it may seem minor, this change will mean that the Cardinal of Kenya, John Yue, who was to turn 80 at the end of the year and therefore no longer be eligible to vote in a conclave, will be able to do so for 2 more years, until 2026. In past directories such as the one in 2013, Nairobi's Archbishop Emeritus's birthday was listed as 1944, meaning he would be 79 years old. The source of this error is that the year he was born in Kenya was known, but not the specific day or month. When this happens, the date of the birth is usually set as December 31st. But what is not known is how his actual birth year was discovered. Now, both in the yearbook and on the Vatican website, the Cardinal's date of birth is January 1st, 1946. This means he is officially 78 years old and will be able to vote in a conclave until January 1st, 2026. The smallest army in the world is about to get just a little bit bigger. In just a few short days, 34 young men will swear allegiance to protect the Pope, serving as a Swiss Guard. Over 500 years after its founding, these men continue to serve for what they call something greater. Beyond the dome of St. Peter's Basilica is another well-known image tied to Rome. These colorful red, yellow, and blue uniforms stand guard outside the entrances to the Vatican. These men formed the Pope's army, the Swiss Guard. Founded in 1506, men from all parts of Switzerland continue to join the smallest army in the world for many reasons. Some see it as their ongoing service to the Church.
I became a Swiss Guard because I was an altar boy. I was an altar boy for 10 years before the Guard. It is like a continuation of the highest service I can give to the Church as just a guy, not as a priest. I have the deep feeling that it is God calling me to be a Guard and be sworn in on May 6th.
Every year, a new group of men train for 2 months to prepare for the role of officially protecting the Pope and the Vatican, and it's a mission in service of the Church and their country.
For Switzerland, it's important because it's an image we have in the whole world. So, yeah, for us, it's one of the bigger thing people know about Switzerland is the Swiss Guard. So that's important, and also, yeah, the holy side of it. I think it's important that everyone around the world can see that young people are in the Church.
And in Switzerland, where about 30% of people are Catholic, the Swiss Guard is an example of the continuing presence of young people living their faith.
We are all between 20 and 23 years old. Some are 29, however, the majority are 20 years old. And we give 2 years of our lives for the Church and the Pope. I think it's a nice example of young people serving, that there are still young people who can give their time, 2 years of their youth, for something greater.
These guards will take this experience with them into whatever they do after their service in the Eternal City.
Maybe I will be more engaged in the Church when I come back in Switzerland, or maybe, yeah, that's a point that it has many chance to grow here, all the spiritual part here.
On May 6th, this ancient tradition will continue as 34 men swear their allegiance to protect the Pope, as their predecessors have done for more than 500 years. That's it from us here at Rome Reports for this week. Join us again next time as we see what's trending in the Vatican.